Welcome everyone to the Next Gen Nation podcast, where we talk about all things gaming and anime related. As usual, I'm your co-host, Dominique.
And your other co-host, Joe.
I'm Timothy.
And I'm Julian. I'm new.
Julian is our new special guest that already outranks Timothy.
No.
It really doesn't take much.
Doesn't take much. If you guys haven't noticed
Doesn't
by
take
now.
much to
They're
outrank
just sore losers because they know they're going to lose already.
President Timothy.
Before we
easily
even mention
outrank.
what we're doing, they already know they're going to lose, and so they're just kind of ganging up against me, you know.
Considering Timothy has already insulted the judge,
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure I have a strong lead.
Yeah, later in the episode, we're going to be doing a war of the waifus. And we have Julian here as his neutral judge. Well, mostly neutral. He knows a little
Mostly
bit.
sides with me.
No, he's completely neutral, actually.
Yeah, I think he's very
I'm
neutral.
going to try my best to be neutral as possible.
But before we get into that, we're going to talk about what we've been playing, and then we're going to get into the news a bit. So, Julian, what have you been playing or watching this week?
This week, I actually been reading about Hatred and about how it's going back up on Steam or whatever. Honestly, I don't like that game. We didn't watch it, but
no one does.
Have you been playing? Have you played?
No, I'm watching gameplays about it and stuff
Oh, you're
like that.
watching
I've been reading
gameplays.
about it because I was reading all about it because I've been following it a lot
Right.
because it's been so, big and everyone's like, oh my god, this game's so violent and everything, I mean, personally, I think it's like, kind of messed up, but at the same time, it's just a video game, but like...
Yeah. That's like...
We'll talk a little bit about that in the news.
Yeah, because we do
that
have
is
some
a
stuff
part,
to say
yeah.
on that.
And then also, even though I've been, because I'm really into racing games, I got Dirt Rally into like the pre-development game. It's a racing game, but rallying, like they drive on dirt,
Yeah.
snow and stuff like that. And I don't know, you know the Dirt series, like they had
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Oh, is it the same devs?
Yeah, but it's coming out just for rally. It's not just like you can race in trucks or anything. It's just rally. It's really cool.
Okay.
It's really cool. I don't know. I'm big on racing games, and one of my biggest things is rally racing. So it's pretty good, and they're still updating it. It's not fully out. It's like the pre-development, like on Steam.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
Oh,
good
is
how
it
it
on
is.
green light or whatever? Not green light, whatever
It's
called.
whatever the so you can be like, oh, there's something wrong with the game, and they'll be like, okay, and they'll fix it up and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
That reminds me that I think Project Cars has finally released their full list of all the cars and all the pre models and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that game looks amazing.
I'm not a big sim racer guy, so I'm not usually as excited, but he's given me the Project Cars bug.
But there is going to be like
infecting
that
me
little
with it.
battle between Project Cars and Assetto Corsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they look very similar in terms of like style and stuff. Like they even showed like a little side-by-side footage of them, like the same cars in the same track and stuff. And it was pretty interesting. But yeah, I feel like it's going to become like sort of like a rivalry between the two because they're so similar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just excited to maybe finally break into the sim racing thing, because I was more of an arcade racing guy. I really liked Burnout. That's the furthest edge.
God.
But then I played Need for Speed and stuff a lot, but I never really inched past that, where I was like, oh, they kind of work like cars, right? I know they don't. But that's as far as I got. So I'm excited.
Have you been watching anything?
Anime wise or gaming wise.
Actually, no. I haven't been watching anything for a long time. I'm in the middle of trying to watch Love Live. I finished first season. It's like my favorite show, but I haven't seen the second season, and everyone's really upset about it that I haven't seen it.
Did you try watching it at one point?
I'm gonna give it another. Yeah, I watched the first episode. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
It's really
give
good
it a
because
more
I'm not
concerted effort.
No, it's really good. I really don't like idol shows. My friend tried showing me the Idol Master and stuff like that. I didn't like it at all. But this is an idol show I actually enjoyed.
I like that this is becoming a genre. I just find that hilarious. I don't know if I just find it funny that the idol show is now a genre.
Yeah.
Best girl show, the genre.
So is that all you've been watching or playing?
That's pretty much it. It's mostly video games and then Dirt Rally and stuff like that.
Okay, I gotcha.
But Dirt Rally is really good. If anyone's interested in rallying, it's pretty realistic. It's out of all the rally games I played,
Right.
that's a really good game.
You might want to speak up a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Very good. All right.
What about you, Timothy?
Yeah.
Playing. I haven't really been playing anything new, but I've been practicing a lot on Project M.
On M, I like that.
I've been showing you little videos of me learning all the Fox stuff.
He'll send me little crappily recorded videos, off-screen videos.
Well, it's recorded decently. It's just the compression makes it look bad.
Decent.
Okay.
But it's him doing shine sparking, shine.
Wave shines and
shining and
multi shines and stuff with
shine
Fox.
sparking.
So
Check
I've been
you
messing
out.
around with that stuff.
I think you can. Can you do double shines now? Where it's like shine, 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 shine,
Yeah.
shine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad. But
I use that with Falco a lot because it's like really because like Falco like we play Project M. We're getting more into Project M and like Falco is like shines and they like spike and shine and spike. It's like
I tried doing that with. I did one and I couldn't do
well
like two in a row.
it's like you have to like it's like a frame cancel.
Yeah.
Where like there's
No,
a
I
certain
know.
frame you can hit it on.
Yeah.
Where like he'll jump up and do that.
Yeah, no, I know. I did that. I could get one, but not two.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's that. In terms of watching, I talked to you guys. Like I watched the first episode of Plastic Memories.
I watched
Oh,
it. Yeah.
I watched
It's on my list.
episode 1 and 2.
Right. Yeah, I haven't I just watched the first episode, but I didn't go into the second episode. I was
What is
kinda-
Plastic Memories for people that don't know?
It's sort of like a sci-fi show where it's like a world
Yep.
where
The show is.
where androids, these androids with like sort of like synthetic souls are like put into them and stuff, so they act almost like pretty much identically to like a human and stuff, but they have like a shorter lifespan. And the main characters are like supposed to like go and like sort of separate the people from like the ones that are like about to.
So basically, like, you gotta go put down the androids, the show.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty much.
I'm down for that.
But emotional and all that jazz.
Oh, it's emotional.
Yeah.
Emotional.
Emotional.
It's emotional like Akame ga Kill, or like emotional like actually emotional?
No, it's not that emotional.
Dang it. I was really hoping.
I
thought the first episode was pretty good.
It was alright. You overdid it.
Straight up, you're wrong.
All right.
Your
You
opinion
overdid it.
is.
Okay.
But it's like, I guess it could have been something interesting if by the first episode you didn't really see exactly where this is going.
Like the Deus Ex
Like-
Machina of it or something.
Like you absolutely know where this plot is going by the
I don't
first
like- I don't
episode.
like that.
So now it's just like, oh, now I gotta wait for the thing I already know is gonna happen to happen, and I still gotta be surprised by the
Do you
end
know
of
what
the
he's talking
season.
about? I
Yeah.
haven't seen it. Well, yeah, see, like
Yeah.
if anybody can see it, then it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
It
I'll.
was an interesting
I'll check
concept,
it out.
but it mixes like
That sounds
sad
like it'd be like a
moments
really
with-
good novel, as opposed to like a show.
I
I'd read that.
think they have.
is it a light novel or
I
something?
think.
I'd read the light
I
novel.
feel like it is.
I'd read the light
I
novel.
don't know for
remember.
sure.
I gotta double check.
Okay.
But
But,
apart from that, I haven't really watched anything new. I did get further in Daredevil, to where it's getting really, really good.
Yeah,
I
you're
talked-
on episode 8, which is
9.
like
Ooh,
9.
ooh,
Yeah.
you're almost
Like, so
there.
he's like seeing
Yeah.
minor spoilers, I guess. You've seen like the Kingpin introduced and stuff more, like because
Yeah.
we've met his voice and stuff, but you kind of see him like
I
living his life.
Yeah, I texted you, and when I got to like episode 8, I'm like, episode 8 is really good.
Yeah, because you like see his past and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
really interesting. I don't want to go too
Yeah.
deep into it. We can talk about it.
Yeah,
on the cast.
it's just, I liked it a lot. So that's getting really, really good. I think that's about it. Have I been playing anything else? I haven't gotten any further in Bloodborne recently.
Yeah, we both need to finish it. Like,
yeah.
I ended up re-rolling.
Yeah.
Re-roll. I made a new character. And it was funny because I texted you. This was at like midnight or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm making a new character. Her name is a name that we're going to talk about later. Anyways, her name. And I was like, oh, she'll use like a blood sword and shit. Because that's a thing. But then I just made her a strength build. And it's funny because like I just like have this axe.
That weapon is
I know. I know.
skill blood.
I know. I know.
You made a bad decision.
I messed up. I know I messed
You
up.
could have done it with your current character.
I know, but I didn't think about it. I always name my character, first girl character is always named Elena, and then I'll just pick other names.
Yeah.
It's not because I have like some weird thing for Elena from Uncharted, because I just like her name, so I just use her name for like literally everything.
Yeah.
But like I made this new character, and I basically like we didn't have a lot of trouble, but like it took us so much longer. But like that
Now,
second
like
time,
now that you know what's going on, you're just breezing
the
through
second time
everything.
through, I beat Cleric Beast in one try, and I beat Gascoigne in one try, and I haven't died. I still haven't died.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, guess I'm gonna go do Bloodstarved Beast now and keep not dying, which is fun. Like I enjoy the game a lot. It's just funny to like stuff that gave me so much trouble the first time. It's like more of a breeze this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you guys?
I haven't done that much monster hunting this week, even though the new DLC came
Oh
out.
no! Oh yeah, the new DLC did come out.
Came out today.
It's Mega Man, Metroid,
and Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, Street Fighter. We get the new Palicos.
Yeah.
I'll probably get like a Chun-Li Palico or something. And
I want to see my Palicos wearing Zero Suit.
like I love that it's like everyone else is like, oh, that's really cool. I'm like, yeah, it's really cool. I've been repping that shit for like repping that for a while now. Yeah. It's just I can't. Now I won't feel like a special, unique person for wanting to have the Zero Suit armor.
You're not.
I know.
You're not.
Shut up.
Joe.
Shut up.
Joe.
Shut up.
But no. Besides that, I tried to get back into Star Wars: The Old Republic. Like I was just looking to see what changed because they had a new patch this week.
Oh, did it just like patch in story? Is that what they were doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like I thought it might be like an expansion pack that you buy.
No, it's just patching in a story for like completion or whatnot that they already patched in for an actual. It wasn't an expansion. It was just like new storyline coming in. So it was like a major patch and not a minor thing.
Okay. So it was like a thing.
So it's like a continuation to the major patch.
I saw the cinematic, but I don't know anything.
Okay.
I was just like, oh, Star Wars stuff. I guess I'll watch it and not care.
That's what that was. It was just a continuation to the story that's already going on right now. But there was that, and they're getting ready. Something big is going to be happening in the fall, I'm assuming, because what they're doing right now, starting next Monday, is they're allowing the story mode to be done with 12 times experience, so that you can rush
they're like
new
really
characters.
pushing people to get to like raid level.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can do that up until the fall, which leads me to believe that they have something pretty big planned.
So like I can okay.
Like if it helps for people who really, you either don't have time or you've had all these characters already and you just want to
push them all the way.
get caught up.
That makes sense.
With your alts or whatever. So it's going to be really good for subscribers.
12 times experience is a lot more than what I usually see in most games. Usually it's like double experience or something.
Well,
double-
they do
double, triple
they do
experience
double
weekend.
experience events all the time, but that relates to monster kills,
Yeah.
operations.
This
That's what
is
they
just,
call
like,
raids.
everything
This
for
is
story.
This is just only the class's main story.
Okay.
So it's like we
So it gets
just
you
want to
to the
really
class
get you
really.
caught up through the story, and at the same time we want you to be able to get to that level. So it's like
okay.
just hurry up and catch up so you can do in-game stuff and be ready for our big reveal.
Neato.
Very cool. Neato. Cool.
Timothy, you're so lame.
You're lame.
That's
Oh, beef. Insulting the judge again.
yeah. What
You do
is
not
up
want to
with
win today.
you? Anyway.
But yeah, that's a thing. And then I'm probably going to be getting back into Final Fantasy XIV just so I can get brushed off and get ready for the new expansion that's coming in June.
Speaking of Final Fantasy expansions, this is just a small segue. Final Fantasy 15, the demo is getting a patch.
They're patching a demo?
They're patching a demo.
Oh, wow.
They were
Wait.
improving the frame rate, hopefully. That's what they're working on, like stability patch. They're also potentially adding new moves.
So they're actually treating it like a real beta.
They're treating it like a beta. Well, I mean, they've asked people, like, they had a survey originally and asked people what they wanted. This is also, they asked people what they wanted, and they had like a little like session where like the creators basically talked about like what they were gonna fix and stuff. And like people were like, we would like stuff like a mini map. We want like the combat to go a little faster. 'Cause
I
it felt
did
a little
notice
grindy
that. They
and
didn't
stuff
have
like
a mini map.
They
That was
didn't have-
weird.
But like, yeah, they're just like, they really want the final experience to be like pretty refined by the time it actually gets there. And I feel like this demo is like a really good, like kind of, I guess I would say like sandbox for like figuring out what
to
we need
find
to
out-
add to the game.
Yeah, to find out what's wrong.
Yeah.
That's
And
really
it's-
good.
And it seems like that's like a really good way to do it. It's just getting people involved, and like because you don't really have that for a lot of single player games. Like, so it's good
No.
that they actually have a chance to do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that's going to turn out really well for them, actually.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to going back and seeing like they are potentially adding more like team attacks, like two dudes go together and go do something or maybe even like I think they spoke about like potentially adding a couple missions where it's like you split off from the party and like one or two people go out and do something. So it's like it's like you and this other guy and you just like hang out. It's basically gonna be like Bros the game. Like it's gonna be Final Fantasy Bros 15.
Bros, the road trip the game.
It is the road trip the game. Yeah. I was like sending you that one dumb like Zoolander comic with Final Fantasy. That was really good. It's them in the car and they have like mango smoothie. And it's like and it's like waking you up before you know it's like going off. And it's just them in the car. That's so great.
It's good.
Anyway, sorry for interrupting you.
No, that was it fit. So that was good.
Yeah. So yeah, you excited for
Good
14?
segue, good segue.
Excited for 14's expansion pack then.
I'm very excited for 14's expansion.
Heaven's Ward. Is that what
Yes,
it's called?
Heaven's Ward.
Cool.
And just as it implies, you're dealing with the heavens, and you actually get flying mounts. Oh my god!
Flying mounts? They didn't
Yes.
already have it?
No.
Oh, I thought
That-
Which
that's a
is
WoW
not
thing.
really,
That's not
yeah.
standard.
World of Warcraft is like the only thing that really dealt with flying mounts, but
Yeah.
they're gonna do it for Final Fantasy, and I'm curious to see how that's gonna work
I want some dragons.
because yeah, it's gonna be a big dragon.
Good.
It's gonna be a big dragon. But the biggest issue that people had with flying mounts is that okay, now you don't see anybody as you're traveling because you're in the air.
Yeah.
Someone could be flying above you, someone could be flying below you, so it kind of
Hey.
causes more isolation and not grouping together to get stuff done.
I mean, to be fair, like the difference, like it would be a problem if that was introduced at the beginning of the game, but like people have had time to like meet people, join clans, join parties and stuff.
Well, that
It
is
works that way, right?
Well, that is a point. World of Warcraft did the same thing, and as soon as they had flying mounts, you like never see anybody unless you're in a main hub area.
Oh, wow,
Like if
really?
you're just out traveling doing quests or stuff, people are gonna fly from one point to the next, and
I mean,
you
it's the most
never
efficient way
really.
to travel.
Yeah, they did it for efficiency, but you lost the interaction in the process. And so,
never thought
what
about that.
World of Warcraft did when they brought out the new expansion was, while you're in this new world, you can't use flying mounts.
I like that.
And that allowed for more interaction. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna balance that if they foresee this issue.
All right.
But other than that, I'm actually really excited to see what happens with it.
Very cool.
Yeah. And the new classes, 3 new classes, tank, DPS, and a healer, so they're actually being pretty fair about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've pretty much just been playing. I did a little bit of Bloodborne. I still play Smash or Thorough on.
Oh yeah.
I need to catch up with Monster Hunter because I'm like I find this funny. I only have about 110 hours. But
Do
that's
you?
nothing. Yeah, I have like
That's
110.
more than I thought you had, to be honest.
I have way less.
How much did you think I have?
I thought you were gonna be
Like at the 70 mark?
70s or 80s, yeah.
No, I'm at 110.
Okay.
I'm only on Hunter rank 40, but it's like
Well, that's the hunter rank you got as soon as you
Yeah, as
unlocked
soon
it.
as-
So
yeah,
that's
I'm
actually really good.
yeah, like I was at like I think I unlocked at like 38,
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
and then I just like ranked up a couple. And that's
Like,
it.
I went into a party the other day and I saw someone that once they unlocked it, they were in the 20s still.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, geez, what kind of carrying would allow
That's like
for something
actual
that's
carrying.
super carrying?
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't been playing too much this week. Yeah, like I told you about my little Bloodborne mini run. I need to like actually finish Bloodborne. I like how the second half of the game, lore wise, like opens up more. Like, and you kind of realize there's a lot more going on.
Yeah,
than
you start off
originally.
not knowing really that much of what's going on, but like the further you progress, the more you know.
Basically, Cthulhu shit.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that spoilery because it's just kind of like it's weird and
I
it's
was pretty surprised seeing it.
really.
Yeah.
Did you not look at all the like?
I didn't
the
look
statues?
anything up at
Oh.
I,
No, the
I was looking at
statues.
the statues,
They're like giant.
but like you see, like, you see those little smaller ones, like the brain eater guys, but you don't see the big guy, really.
Yeah, you do. Yahargul. If you just like that lamp, just turn around. That first lamp, you just turn around, and there's just like a big thing.
Well, okay.
That's a thing.
Like, here's the thing: you don't see it at the beginning when you first like walk.
Oh no!
But,
Like,
like,
Central Yarnum,
yeah.
like they don't.
Yeah. So like that's why I'm saying like you don't really notice it until like later on.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like kind of surprised seeing him at first.
Yeah. No, I get you. I was surprised. I like the idea of insight being influential. I feel like we can talk about this a little
Yeah.
bit because it's been a few weeks. I like the idea of insight being influential and like being able to see them, like the creatures, because they're basically just sitting. Like there's basically these giant like spider, like Cthulhu things that are basically sitting throughout the world, the whole game.
And you just don't see them.
And you
until
don't see
later.
them until either you get over 40 insight, or you get like to a certain point in the game, and then all of a sudden they're just like hanging out on like the sides of buildings.
They're just everywhere.
But they're like,
They're
I
just
say
chilling.
gigantic. They're like as big as churches. Like,
Oh,
they're
wow.
huge. They're big, like
Like
big
not
as-
even like the small like local churches, like big churches.
Yeah, and they're just hanging,
Wow.
just hanging out there.
There is, remember the little vortex thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just step in and like.
And you're like, why is this vortex? And like for a second it shows it, But like you're like, what the?
What is
was
that?
And
What
then
is
it's just
that?
gone again. But like that second is like a few frames. Of, it's not like some long like hey it's this thingy. It's like no, it's just gone again. So it's really interesting. I like how they've like kind of pushed that Cthulhu shit.
Interesting.
I like Cthulhu stuff. I like Lovecraftian fiction. Beyond that, I think we're pretty like. I was just hanging out, not doing much. I haven't had time to watch many anime. I'm looking forward to catching up with Yuki Nagato-chan. Nagato Yuki-chan. There we go.
Yeah.
And,
I still haven't. I still haven't gone past
I
the
need
first
to catch
episode.
up. I
need
watch
to
it.
catch up. I do
was
want to
supposed
watch
to-
it also.
I've been watching Unlimited Blade Works. That's still really good.
I forgot to watch Nisekoi this morning. I think the new one came out. I forgot.
I watched the first episode and I haven't continued also. Oh wait, no, I watched the second episode.
What is that
also.
with you in this? It's
I
you
haven't-
in season 2.
I haven't been.
He's
Seriously.
I haven't been keeping up with a lot of things recently. It's kind of weird. Like, I haven't really sat down and really watched anime for a bit, except for like a couple. I'll keep up with them. But
Yeah,
like,
I'm very interested in keeping up with. Like, I wish I had more time. I've been keeping up with the stuff I have to review. Like, I'm doing Unlimited Blade Works. I'm like, I believe I'm only like one episode behind.
I wish I could keep up with the stuff I had to review.
Yeah.
But, we're in May now and still no signs of Digimon Try.
Yeah, because we were gonna have you review Digimon Try for the site, and it's just it
not
doesn't
here.
exist.
Where is it?
There.
It looks cool.
Every time I look
wanna
at it, it
see
says it's coming soon, but I was like, this will soon pass, technically.
Soon is negative. We're at negative soon. We're past soon.
But yeah, I'm still waiting for that and just watching stuff I like until then.
Awesome.
And then I checked out your show. I forgot the name already.
This show? You have a show?
It's the one you talked about yesterday. Food? The one we were just talking about. Food?
Oh,
No. The androids.
Oh,
Oh, Plastic Memories.
There we go. That.
nailed it. Wow.
That's what I think of it.
So not the greatest in your opinion. Okay.
No, I if it wasn't so predictable, I could see myself actually enjoying it. But when you literally can see where it's going after the first episode, it just leaves nothing.
I think part of the thing is I don't really keep up with a lot of super emotional shows. And that's why, like, when I stepped into this one, it had an impact because I don't really keep up with those types of shows.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure how. I know it's going to be emotional.
You see me
at the
doing
end.
them, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
I know it's going to be emotional, but they're doing this thing where one scene, it's like, oh, super emotional and we're all sad and stuff. And then the next scene, the same character is doing something really silly
there's
and
not
like
a consistent
humorous.
tone. Is what you would say.
No, it's either really sad or, oh, this is funny. Oh,
Yeah.
she's doing something cute
Exactly.
and funny.
Yeah, it's not
She's so
consistent.
funny and cute
Look how cute and
and
funny
sad
she
and
is.
cute, and she's so funny. Did I mention she was funny and cute?
We're gonna tear this show apart by episode 2. Get ready for a taste of the Nico knee.
Brother!
But yeah, it looks nice.
Speaking of
So, there's
weird
that.
shows with girls that are cute, there's Don Machi, How to Pick Up Girls.
Oh, yeah,
It's
Don-
fun, it's generic,
I've
but
just
it's fun.
I've just learned that Don Machi is like following the lolly, like
The
trend.
bandwagon, the train.
Yeah, the trend of
the
lolliness.
best train/bandwagon ever. It's on.
Because
here
I
right
saw
now.
the manga for like the drawing for one of the characters.
And she looks like a grown.
She looks
She
like
looks like she's probably like
She's
looks
look-
wise, she's like 16 or 17.
she looks like she's the main character's age at least. But
Yeah.
if you look at her in the anime, she looks like she's much younger. And yeah,
Hey.
and so they're doing that lolly thing right now. That's
They gotta push
Still
all
going.
the archetypes.
still going strong, guys. So yeah.
You're so bitter about the lollies.
But technically, like, Hestia's kind of lolly. She's Opie lolly.
Lolly.
That's not. That's not.
Hestia is the problem with Hestia is that she's not anything.
I know,
She's
she's
everything.
everything.
She can't be everything and nothing. She's nothing because she's everything. She
Yeah.
has no distinctive features.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like pushing her because like her dumb ribbon.
Are they really
Yeah.
pushing her
Yeah,
right now?
yeah, she's getting
Everyone's
pushed,
pushing.
pushed
You're
more
getting
than she should
super
be.
pushed.
I just thought that became a
No.
trend just because it was funny looking.
No, she's getting
But they're
super
actually
pushed.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I heard about her was
pushed.
that all the people in
Pushed.
Japan doing that, just like the strings. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We seem to be the only people that aren't pushing her.
Are we really? Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
made on that bandwagon, on a Hestia
You know,
bandwagon.
'cause
Man.
we're Hestia hipsters.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Anyways,
But I mean, when you have someone as awesome as Jabril, you don't need Hestia.
well, we're gonna get into this in like 10 minutes. We're just gonna cover some news.
He's really trying to, like, you know.
Anyways, I think like the only big news that happened this week. Well,
Steam got a taste of reality.
yeah, Steam got a taste of
Yes.
reality. Call of Duty Black Ops, there was an announcement trailer which actually looks cool, but it also looks like Titanfall. So I don't think you guys care about that. as
Arkham
much.
Knight is on that BS.
Yeah, Arkham Knight with their $40 season pass. What do you guys think of a $40 season pass?
What do I think
Oh.
of season passes in general?
A little too expensive, in my opinion.
Like, you know what they are. They're basically like hold on to your game
Yeah.
after you paid for this because they don't want you to sell it back. Which I get like from, but like if we've already bought your game, this is the problem was like season passes, and also remember like when whoever tried those online passes for like a cool minute, and they realized no one like wanted them.
Yeah.
It's basically because like they're trying to support devs, but EA is also trying to make money. Like publishers mostly are trying to make money off their product.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know. It feels kind of gross. It's like people should buy their games new. I get that a lot of people buy them like secondhand, and that's why they have stuff like season passes. But it's still
But it's still a problem. It's just not. I don't like it.
there's not. Yeah, the problem is there's not an easy solution.
you know what? I would probably feel a lot better about it if the season passes felt more fruitful to me, but they don't.
The problem with the I think a lot of people are having with the Arkham Knight season pass is it's being a little too general about what we're actually getting. Where it's like we're getting
yeah.
racing tracks
It's
and
very
story
general.
missions and costumes.
We're getting stuff that you've already got.
They're here somewhere. We don't know what exactly they're going to look like, and we have no footage or anything to show you. And like that's usually DLC.
And we don't
It's
know.
like
we don't
good-
know when they're coming out, but
Like
you know.
true DLC is like stuff that wasn't made and wasn't prepared by the final product gold. Like we've gone gold. These aren't done yet. We can put them as DLC.
yeah, DLC is like what Smash Bros is doing right now, where it's like we
just
actually
didn't have that.
didn't
Yeah.
have these guys ready. Like we still have this whole game that is playable and good, but we have more stuff that we want to give to you guys. So just hold on.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I guess
we're
I
not
don't
gonna.
like. Yeah, I get kind of frustrated because like, especially with series like Arkham, the Arkham series, it's going to sell, and people are going to buy it day one. A lot of people are
Obviously.
going to buy it day one. So like, why are you pushing this super huge season pass on us?
Because monies.
And like, I think it's not really as much Rocksteady as it is.
I wouldn't put it on Rocksteady, to be honest. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think they want to put out the story stuff. They always I don't know. It's just frustrating.
Yeah.
They're dealing with one of the most popular properties in the world.
Yeah.
In the world. Batman's really popular. We get it. But still. I don't know. And then Steam also learned about dealing with paying and...
It only took angering the entire world to do it.
I don't know if it angered the entire world. It angered a lot of people playing
It angered
Skyrim.
everyone who has Skyrim on
Yeah.
Steam.
Yeah,
Yes.
Exactly.
It was on for like 2 days.
Yeah,
and then
no one was
it-
really
it
happy.
died.
Yeah. So like the whole shenanigans of paid mods,
Yes,
like
the Steam Workshop paid mods.
which they
plan.
were doing. It was pretty much like a test on Skyrim, but and they were hit with a huge realization that this is probably the worst game for us to do this
Oh,
for.
yeah. They picked
They picked the heaviest modded game at the moment.
and one that's already super far in its life cycle.
Yeah.
Which has like an infrastructure of mods that build upon each other.
Yeah, like the biggest thing is that a lot of Skyrim's mods are utilizing mods from other modders, basically. And when they're working
they
together,
actually
and all
work
that's,
together.
Yeah, it's hard for them to like divide like who gets a cut of this pay and
It's like
everything.
when you're choosing these mods, they actually say in the descriptions, hey, you can use us with this, this, and this, but we actually aren't compatible with these guys and their material.
Yeah.
So be wary.
And what's worrying is like I get if like a modder wants to be paid for their product, but also what frustrates me is Steam gets 25%. That's fine, but then Bethesda gets what 50% of whatever remains of that 75. They get 50% of that.
Because that's fair.
Because that's totally it's like because they made the game, but it's like if your game is being improved or like changed like 3 years down the line, I don't really see why you should get like half of the money for that.
No, you shouldn't.
That's not very fair.
Well, I mean, technically they're using their
They're-
software.
They're using their software, but what if it's like a lot of the original mods were just stability patches
No, I
that
get that.
Bethesda
Yeah,
refused to put out.
Yeah, they didn't patch it themselves. So like all these people made all these stability mods. So it's fixing a game that wasn't functioning the way it was supposed to, and I get that. But like, you can't really.
You can
No,
for
I mean,
50%.
Yeah,
is
no,
the
no,
problem.
I'm trying like. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. I totally blanked. But like yeah, like I get it's like this. It's like kind of a tough thing. Like I get your point, and I also get the other points, and so
I would be more forgiving if it was like 25 max
right.
that they got.
Yeah,
25% max.
25, I still don't feel
I'm
good
still
about.
not happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's better. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
But like then you get into this weird gray area of like if somebody updates a mod, but then they want you to pay for it. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, if like a mod, or if like a mod isn't like compatible with other mods, and you pay for that mod, or like you need other mods. Say you need other mods to use this mod, and you don't have those other mods, and they cost money, and you buy this mod, and that mod just doesn't work now. You need this mod, and it just doesn't work. You paid money for it. Like, how does that work? You know?
Yeah.
It's-
Part of this, yeah, like we said earlier, it's the worst game for them to pick to start this thing off. If they had picked like
Yeah.
a newer game that's
No,
like
there's-
getting started in
there's
the
a
modding
whole house
community and
of
all
cards.
that stuff, yeah, it would have worked better. Because like I'm totally cool with like paid mods and all that stuff. They just need to pick the right game and get this thing going correctly.
Yeah, they ended up eventually kind of reneging and adding a pay what you want option for modders to choose, which I am okay with, but I still don't like the fact that Bethesda gets 50%. That frustrates me so much because like they put out great games that they don't fix
Yeah.
after the fact,
Yeah.
and that frustrates me so much. And they just expect people to fix them.
Yeah.
I mean, expecting people to fix them is one thing, but charging so much for them to do what you should have done in the first place?
Like they're basically making money off of the work that they didn't do.
Yeah.
And that
that's
frustrates
not,
me. That's why I get
Not
mad.
for 50%, no.
Nope.
10,
That's
sure.
ridiculous. Also, I think the modders, I think they have a better chance just being like on like a Nexus mod manager and asking for donations.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, they would get, because one is 100%, they're gonna get the money.
Donations
Yeah.
are such a
Yeah.
better policy for that.
Well, here's also like another thing is like, sure, like you can write off of donations and all that stuff. They're not necessarily gonna get paid as much as like they want, and so it becomes like just strictly a hobby, which is totally fine. They're more passionate about these things, but then if with like an actual paid mod system, it's more encouragement for them to put out more professionally worked mods.
But if you put out a paid mod system, then it also encourages people to steal work, and other people are afraid to put up their work.
And yeah, and so that's kind of what why a lot of people took like their mods off of Nexus. and all that
Immediately
stuff.
took them off.
Yeah, and so like, I heard about this somewhere. I forget where I heard this, but one guy suggested like a way of testing it out with like some of the more well-known modders and stuff, and see how that rolls out for them, and then like as like a way of testing this sort of feature, the selling of the mods and stuff.
Okay.
And so like that's like just like another way to like sort of reel it in and like work with a smaller group of people first, and then start bringing in more people so it becomes more stable.
That sounds nice, but the thing about that is if you're starting with well-known modders, chances are they're already being supported very well to the
Yeah.
point that they're not going to want to now give their money elsewhere.
Right.
Like they're already getting 100% of the donations. They're doing their very good work consistently, and they're getting rewarded for it. Now you're going to say, okay, you can still get rewarded for it, but now you're going to reward us too.
I think the one way to fix this is maybe to be like Steam has this modding community, right? The modder would pay a one-time hosting fee, and then you can just have them get all the like say like I paid $5 to, or like say I pay $2 to put this mod up, and then the mod just stays there, and then they get all the money from donations or all the money that's paid to them. But like you have to pay that initial fee. I know that doesn't seem like very practical, but like say each mod is like $2, like you have to pay $2 to put your mod up or something.
Right.
I don't know, because then you're still paying to put a mod up, and people don't like that because it's a mod. But like at least then you can make hopefully make your money back on.
Try to make a profit off of what you
And then
invested.
Steam still gets some money, and Bethesda gets nothing because
That's cool.
because they still already made money off of everyone buying the game. Ideally, obviously, some people will pirate, but that's not the fault of Steam nor the modder if someone pirated their game.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why. I don't know. Like, we already paid for your game. We should be able to use your game. And that's the part of the problem, too, is, like buying it digital. Like, we could get into this, but we won't. I think we should take a break. And then we'll come back and we'll have our waifu war with Julian as our neutral judge. Everyone will represent. Everyone will represent their waifu in a heated battle. See you guys in a second. Welcome back, everyone, to Next Gen Nation Podcast.
the Next Gen Nation.
Oh, then I'll do it again. Welcome back, everyone, to the Next Gen Nation podcast.
Are we the Next Gen Nation?
We are the Next Gen Nation podcast.
We are the only Next
We're
Gen
the
Nation
only
podcast.
one.
Wow.
We own it.
And we're YouTube official.
You always gotta bring that up. Except it's not that big of a deal, actually.
It's super
It's
not a big
huge
deal.
What are you talking
It's a
about?
negative deal. And we are about to begin a journey today. The Waifu War journey.
I don't even know why we're having this, but we all already know mine's the best.
I don't even know yours.
Yes, you do.
You've told me the name, but I just don't know yours.
How do you spell her last name?
Senjougahari.
And that's why she's
A.
not the best.
Okay, I was going to say. Yeah.
Senjougahari.
Senjougahari. So you're literally half the internet. Congratulations. How original.
And where is she from?
Ditagi Senjougahara.
She's from Bakemonogatari
Okay.
and the other Monogatari series.
Except for Katana Gatari.
Except for Katanagatari.
Is she the one you have all the little statues of?
I have one statue.
And it's not her. She actually doesn't have her. No, he has one.
I
You
do.
have one.
I have one.
And then one poster.
Yes.
Okay, that's what
Not a
it is.
poster, it's a
purple
wall
heart.
scroll.
It's the wall scroll.
That's
That's
Fancy.
super weird.
Oh my god.
This
Oh
is
my
happening.
God. We're doing this. No, we're in
too deep.
We're feet deep already.
Yeah.
Okay. And then who are you fighting for
God, I
today?
have to choose, huh?
You actually have to choose because you've had a couple that you were going to discuss.
But you're only
It's
supposed to have one.
It's a literal couple too.
You
You know,
gotta choose one.
I'm gonna choose the one that's harder to fight for, because she's worth it.
She's with the two. And who would that be?
Jibril.
Does she even have a last name?
No,
Okay, I was just wondering.
no.
What is she from and who is she exactly?
She is from the anime series No Game No Life, and she is the winged angelic creature that is like very straightforward
This part's gonna
and talks down about everything.
This is gonna get lewd.
And it's like-
this is gonna get dirty. This is gonna be explicit.
Yeah.
We're getting.
Is it?
we're
I'll
gonna
mark
get
it as
there.
explicit
Do
for
I
once.
have,
We're
do I
getting
have
there.
to?
We're getting in there
I don't
because
want
we
to
know
repeat that.
you gotta
You already said it once. You have to let the nation know.
specific phrase.
The
I told you the
whole
phrase, right?
one person of this nation.
You're gonna hear. This is like his patented description of why she's
remember.
awesome.
We're a next gen nation.
I
I
have to
share it with the entire nation.
I have to
of
hear
next
it.
gen people.
He's the judge. Judge says he
I'm
has
the
to hear it.
non-biased judge. I have
Honestly,
to hear
Wayne
it.
hasn't heard it yet.
It'll be my closing statement.
Okay.
It's gonna be in his closer.
Okay.
I
Just
got
don't
that.
forget it.
We'll say it. I'll never forget it. It's like the perfect descriptor for it. I really like it.
It's perfect.
She has wings.
She has some wings.
but-
She's an angel lady.
She's an angel lady. They're not technically angels, but they're like god killers. Or I
Yeah.
think that's what they described them as.
Yeah,
in
they're
the
like
show.
a race of people. They're not dead.
Yeah.
And they're not like from heaven. They're not
Yeah.
angels. There's bird people.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, her.
And then I have the best girl. The bestest girl.
Really?
Yep.
Sure about that?
Who is this?
Mirai Kuriyama.
You're welcome.
From Beyond the Boundary, Kyokai no Kanata, which Dominique here told me to watch because he said, hey, there's this girl in there that's perfect for you. And he was right.
I know.
She's perfect. She's literally
And what is she? What is she described as in the show?
clumsy glasses girl with dark past.
But how did they describe her in the show?
It's bespectacled beauty, a Megane Bishojo.
Yeah.
Yeah, bespectacled beauty.
She is perfect for you.
She's pretty awesome.
not the perfect
She's just,
waifu, though.
She's just a little girl with her cardigan, her little school uniform, and she doesn't have any.
Just say it. Moe as fuck.
She's moe as fuck. Yeah, because it's a Kyoani show. So of course
And we're allowed to say fuck now because we already said this
yeah,
was going to be explicit.
she's moe as fuck. She's like actually the cutest thing ever. Not even a contest.
but not the best waifu.
But not best waifu.
Mine's best waifu.
Okay, so
Best,
we're gonna
best waifu for Joe, but not best waifu.
So we've decided that since Julian is our neutral judge, he will not participate in any of the debates unless he has questions about a character. We will start with opening statements, then move to actual debate, and then we'll move to closing statements.
Are we actually going to be super formal? We're not just going to argue like we did in controllers now?
that's
Yeah, no,
during,
this
that's
is
during
this,
debate.
this is the podcast.
That's during the
we
debate
own
phase.
this. this ain't trash.
Oh,
Ooh, I'm getting it started right here. So we'll do opening,
might have to vote for Joe now.
and then Julian at the end will decide, and he'll give us his verdict. We'll cut away and then have time for him to decide. Alrighty, let's get started. Demothy, opening statements about your dumb character.
Senjougahara Hitagi.
All right.
That is all. She's a purple-haired tsundere.
Shocker.
We can't say anything. We're not allowed.
She's also very loyal, as she has stated in the show. She's never broken up with anyone. And she has tsundere saresu. And that is all.
Oh man, what a treat.
Wow, what a tough act to follow that one. Go ahead.
What a treat.
What a treat. Nothing else about her.
Well, mine, as I said, is named Jabril. She is a god killer, literally. Basically, the premise of the story is there are a bunch of different races that battled for land, and obviously the gods were like crushing all kinds of face and stomping people into the curbs, knocking teeth out. Somebody was like, you know what, someone's got to stop this. So they created another race that were basically
God
just
killers.
specifically sent to destroy that top being. And they did just that and a little extra. But now that times are peaceful, they use their knowledge to fight. And she's one that's very obsessed with knowledge. And she's very lewd and explicit, straight to the point. The animation in the entire series is beautiful, so she's just great. She's proportioned the way you would expect her to be.
You can't
like,
go back now. Let's describe her.
like
You
it's
didn't
not.
really
She's not.
describe
It's not like super booby monster, unrealistic type of thing. It's like, oh, you could believe someone could cosplay this without, you know.
her. Sure.
or
We'll
making it
do
something.
second round follow-up arguments.
Obviously, they can't grow wings, but that's not the point we're trying to make here, Joseph. But yes.
He used Joseph.
Oh my goodness.
But yes.
What did we do? Where did we start?
Now everybody knows your real name's Joseph.
My real name as opposed to my fake name.
Yeah, I went there.
Joe Alcher, my fake name.
But yes, that is Jabril in a nutshell. Not the absolute nutshell, but one of them.
Okay, anyways.
You know there's an easier way to explain it.
I know.
What's up?
Okay, so my character is Kuriyama Mirai. She is from the series Beyond the Boundary. She is basically a demon hunting little moe character who trips over things and falls into closets and gets buckets on her head. And she's not very competent except when she actually has to be. And then she's like runs around and like does flips and shit and like can like cut. Also, she has a blood sword. Like she can make a sword out of her own blood, and it's like a cursed trait. And it's basically like every other demon hunting family hates their family, so she's like the last of her family. And so she's adopted in by this other family. And she has this dark past because there's killings involved. Like she accidentally killed someone. It's not really a spoiler, honestly.
No, it's been out for so long.
Yeah, and she accidentally killed this other girl, and she like regrets it. So like she tries not to use her power. So she's like really bad at hunting demons because she's like resisted the urge to do it. So she practices on this guy named Akihito, because he's like this immortal dude. Like he's like immortal. So she can just
yokai.
stab him and
Not
practice.
necessarily immortal, he just has extremely fast
regeneration.
regeneration.
Yeah, he can regenerate
Because he is half yokai.
because he is half
Half
Yomu.
demon.
Yomu.
Yokai.
I don't know why I
Half
said
yokai
yokai.
watch.
Yokai watch.
He's half
I don't know why I
Yomu,
said yokai.
which are the demons of that world. So she can like stab him and like basically like do anything she wants to him. Wow. Basically just like injure him mortally and he'll be fine. So
But
she
you
can
can't do
practice that
anything
way.
you want to her.
Yeah, pretty much. And she's adorable because she's like this little cute. She's got like really messy what's the word? What am I thinking? Unkempt hair.
Is it unkempt?
It's kind of unkempt actually. If you look at it, it's just poofy. And
That's fair.
she's got really big red glasses. And she has a catchphrase, the Fuyuka des, which means how unpleasant. And she's just generally adorable, and she's the best character ever. And I'm so happy that she exists. I am now super pegged on the internet.
You forgot to mention her cardigan.
Oh yeah, and she
You mentioned it in the beginning.
Yeah,
Did
she's
you?
got like a
Oh.
big pink cardigan on her
Okay.
that like makes her look even tinier, and she's like super flat, nothing there.
Made
And-
painfully obvious in one episode.
Yeah, and then and she's like, and she has her like a blog, and it's funny because like she'll be like arguing with people, and then she gets mad and goes off into the corner and just starts furiously going on her blog, and like she's like, and everyone's like, but you'll get flamed for all the things you're saying. Don't act so rashly. And she's like, no, and just keeps going on her blog. So she's like on Twitter and shit. Anyways, I felt like that was a good opening statement to describe her as a character.
Okay.
Because she's dumb, but
Okay.
awesome.
It's pretty alright.
Do you have any questions so far?
I do. I have a question for all three of you. So what, like, makes you guys feel so attached to these characters? Like, what makes you feel like you could consider them as a waifu?
Wow, no, that's like okay.
I want to know. I want to know, like, what is it? Is it like
Makes you a
what
person,
about them makes you feel like I relate to them, or like this is like almost the one, you know, or is the one, you know?
We'll let you start.
Well, Senjo Gahara
Such
has.
a dumb-
Wait, what?
I just never thought about how dumb of a question that is.
It's not dumb. It's serious. This is what waifus are.
Okay.
Continue, David.
Okay. So
And I have to know.
So Senjo
This is
Gahara
all for
has.
fake people, by the way.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. These are real 2D characters.
She has an interesting sort of like backstory in terms of like why like the stuff that happened to her in the past. Should I just go ahead and say
You
it?
can spoil it. I
Yeah.
mean, if it helps your case,
Yeah.
which it won't, but whatever.
It's not really gonna help her. Help the
Spoiler alert
case.
for all the series.
I was gonna spoil the entire series just to not prove a point.
So like. Alright, so her mom was like a part of like this cult thing, and so what happened was she like bring these priest people over or whatever, and one of the guys ended up like raping her, kind of.
Okay.
But yeah, she has like an interesting like.
Talking about Kaiki, right? No, not
No, Kaiki was the
Kaiki was
one.
one that got her out.
Kaiki scammed her.
Yeah.
Scammed her mom really, but yeah, she has like an interesting backstory. I like the way she was written and stuff. I also like that she's self-aware of her tsundere-ness. So
Deconstruction of the tsundere genre.
deconstruction. Is it? It's not really deconstruction.
It kind of is, but whatever. We're
kind of,
going
yeah.
to go into this.
But yeah, she's like a self-aware tsundere thing person basically. So because of that, I just kind of like I kind of grew attached to her. Also, this is like my favorite anime, and she's like she's basically one of the main characters of the anime, and so yeah.
So you're saying it's just her person, like how she is. Like
I like her
personality,
personality. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're next. I want to hear your side.
In the beginning, it's really hard to find her likable because she comes off as really pompous and arrogant. But
He's really putting effort into this.
He's prepared like for every question
No, I like it.
imaginable.
you think this is my first time
It's funny
defending her?
because she's only in like 2 or 3 episodes.
You think this is my first time?
This is my first rodeo.
No, but
Better
yeah,
not like
she
people
comes
things.
off super arrogant and pompous, and because she's such a high race as far as like strength and like their status in the actual world, she looks down on anyone beneath her, and she probably looks down on some of her similar races because like they have this council, and she's not just like one of the god killers, she's like one of the top dogs in the race of god killers. So she's, you know, her head's really inflated and big and full of hot air.
I just imagine her like walking around like this really big. She's trying to fly, she can't.
But yeah, the interesting thing about her, the reason why I found her likable was because basically at every moment she just, once she meets the main characters, she just starts getting just fistfuls of humble pie shoved into her mouth. And she's like forced to accept that I'm not all that. Like, she has this huge thirst for knowledge, but now she has to realize that there's some things in the world that she doesn't know about.
Like iPads.
Like iPads. Yeah, iPads. She loves them.
Was it an iPad or was it just a tablet?
It was an iPad.
It was an iPad?
It was like, I think they almost literally said iPad.
Oh, did they? Totally forgot.
They probably added an
Doesn't
E
look
at
like
the end.
one.
Yeah.
It looked just like an iPad. But yeah, she just starts learning that she's not the greatest thing in the world.
Did you see the show? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, just a little bit.
He has a poster.
Oh,
Of Jabril?
No, of all of them, like the girls, like
Oh,
they're
okay.
naked with no nipples, and that, you know, that scene.
Yeah, I see it with the
They're just laying on
beach.
the beach. They're like, we're naked, we have no nipples.
But
And
it's
I was
fine,
like-
so we can show.
I was like, little girls naked, that's cool. And I
oh,
put it
that
on my
was
wall.
during the game. that was one of her main episodes,
Yeah.
actually. So
That's
yeah,
like actually right episode.
yeah, that was her main episode. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She's
But I just
very-
want to hear your perspective.
No,
I'm
yeah.
trying to be as
Obviously.
neutral
That's fair.
and
Like,
unbiased.
I'm not. I don't feel like he's biased or anything.
Oh, no.
Just because he's seen the
She's
show.
doing a good job. Doing a good job. I had no idea. He had a poster.
Yeah, you know it's not for real though. It's
No,
for.
I know. But it's her episode because that's how awesome she is. People remember that.
But the one in the foreground is
Boom. Boom.
illegal.
Literally. No, but she's not naked. It's fine.
No,
Yeah.
there's
Can't
no
say
nipples.
anything.
Yeah.
Can't say anything.
Let's not talk about that though.
Anyways.
So you rest your case, or is there any more you want to add
no,
to my
there's more.
question?
But yeah, in the midst of getting humbled, she's, just continually just starts getting humbled. She's not winning as much as she realizes she thinks she wins. There was an episode where they kind of wipe their memories if they lose a game, and now she's starting to realize that she's actually been losing this game because things feel familiar, but she doesn't actually recognize it or remember where from. So she's starting to realize that she once participated in it and that she lost. So it causes her to understand her limitations, but it also causes her to strive to be better. And she's just overall really blunt and straightforward about things, and I actually like that. I like that.
All right.
I just like thinking about it. She's like, I like that. Knowledge.
Oh, and she has really good insults.
Yeah, she's pretty funny. She's a perfect
Yeah.
character. So I'd say Mirai, like, the best way to describe her is, like, someone who is, like, inherently selfless, but is also, like, frightened of she's, like, frightened of her own power, and she, like, confides this in Akihito, who's also, because he's half Yomu, and, like, kind of, like, he's basically one of the most powerful beings in, like, their series. Like, think, like, like, how Gohan was, like, one of the strongest Saiyans because he was, like, half Saiyan that made him, like, stronger for some reason. He's kind of the same way. So he's, like, super powerful, and he fears his own power, and she fears her own power. And so, like, they relate to each other really well. And the fact that, like, I like her really well. I like her a lot because, like, she's very humble, and I wouldn't say she's, like, she just kind of wants to do the right thing all the time. But, like, she's also, like, she has a weird sense of humor about her where she knows how dumb she looks sometimes. Like, if she trips over something or does something, or just, like, there's one episode where they, like, they are fighting a monster that requires, this is the best episode of anything ever. They have to fight a monster, and it's, the way to beat it is, like, you have to put, like, cute things in front of it to, like, distract it. So she dresses up as, like, an idol, and, like, tries to, like,
Oh, I remember that.
see, now you know,
Okay.
yeah, see, you know exactly what I'm
I
talking
couldn't
about.
connect because I seen those two shows, but I haven't seen that show.
But you've probably seen the music
But I
video.
seen that scene though. My friend
So-
showed me. He
and then-
loved that scene.
But
yeah,
then-
it's the greatest
Yeah.
episode in that series.
And then she also, at one point during the episode, tries to sing to it, but she's a really bad singer.
That's my favorite part.
She's
of
like,
the entire
and like, I
series.
love that because like Akito's like,
hey,
hey, wait a
I
second.
just remembered something.
She's once told me she's a really bad singer, and then oh gosh,
I
what's
forget his name.
Scarf
But basically,
dude.
the dude's response
He's like,
was
it's too late.
It's too
And
late.
then you just hear her start singing. It's like, ah! It's like awful singing, awful like they're singing that song that they sing in the video, but like she can't
They're
sing.
stuttering, no,
And it's
no
bad,
tune.
and just screaming into the mic, basically. And it's just like, I really like that she immediately tries to do something that she knows she's terrible at, but she wants to do that to help everyone else, because she was not the one that was like assigned to do that. But it's just really funny. I think what makes her, like another reason I think she's one of my personal favorites is like, I'm like a really big into glasses. It's kind of like, glasses
I can see
characters
that.
are like kind of my thing, and she like that series like just celebrates glasses as like a fetish, basically. Like Akihito,
Main character included.
main character included.
He
Akihito is
carries
like
spares just
he
to
has
have
carry
people
spares,
try him out.
and like he like that whole series respects glasses as a fetish, and because like she'll go model, and like what she doesn't know is that he's the one paying like for the commission for the pictures.
I think she starts getting like hints at it because
Yeah.
the,
So, like,
the requests become very specific to different
Yeah,
glasses.
really specific. Her in a maid outfit. Like, it's like really funny. And then but like she's always down on her luck. She's basically like the Peter Parker of like anime, because she's like really poor because she doesn't do any demon hunting jobs, and that's how she makes her money. So she's like always poor, working from like paycheck to paycheck, and like I don't know, she's just really humble, and I think it's funny. She doesn't like get a big head about anything. She's like almost the opposite of his character, basically. Pretty much opposites. Anyways, so yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions after, or do you want us to like?
I want you guys to debate. I want to
Time for
see
debates.
amongst yourself to see how.
Alright.
Okay,
time
so
to
like,
argue.
see, we just turned to face Timothy.
Time to shut down Timothy real quick.
We got to disassemble
here it
one
comes.
character.
Everybody's just against me. Okay.
For starters, you have a stereotypical tsundere character.
She's not stereotypical.
But she's self-aware. Oh, big difference. But there are plenty in every series like her with the tsundere attitude. So
Not
she's
a lot of them
nothing
have
special.
purple hair.
A lot of them do. That's actually not true.
Literally not true. Like, that's part of the reason why she has purple hair.
So now that that's out of the way.
I actually really like Bakemono. And I really like Senjukahara. I think she is one of the most selfless characters on the show compared to every other character almost every other character has a motive except for her. Mm-hmm. Except she seems like she's the most outwardly cruel character. But she's trying to protect everyone, right?
Yeah.
But she's an idiot. You realize that, right?
Kind of.
She's kind of the dumbest. She acts really smart, and she's really book smart.
She has moments where she'll become very irrational.
She's very naive, and she's very irrational.
Yeah.
And
I like that about her, though.
I think it's stupid. Like, I think she's.
I don't think those are favorable traits.
Yeah, and she's easily manipulated. She's like easily manipulated. And the second she realizes that, she shuts herself out. So it's like, how is that like a rational thing for a character to do? We've never had this discussion, so we're having it right now. Why I don't like this character.
I mean, it's not necessarily supposed to be.
No, she's supposed to be realistic. She's supposed to be a person.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's an ideal person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that she, as a person, should realize her mistakes and move on, as opposed to shutting herself off from everyone else. And that's the reason the crab lashes onto her.
Well, here's the thing about her character. She's a really protective character. She's protective of Araragi, and she'll do whatever she can.
She literally kidnaps him
to protect him.
and then drops him.
I thought that episode was hilarious.
It is hilarious.
It was one of my favorite scenes from the show.
Oh my god! Like, this is what would happen. This is what happens. I need to protect you. I'm going to chain you up, literally chain you up in a room in this fold-out chair, and then drop feed you water from a bottle.
Wow.
Drops.
Like a hamster.
Like a hamster.
Wow.
The best waifu ever.
Yeah.
Hitagi's
She a drop from her fingertip.
Oh yeah, drop from her fingertip. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. Big difference.
Yeah.
You know what? That is love.
That is true love right there. And Araragi's dumb enough to fall for her instead of just going with Hanekawa like he should, because Hanekawa is the best girl in that series.
I haven't seen this. I don't know what's going on.
Here's the thing about Hanekawa. She's not supposed to be a likable character.
Yeah, and that's why she's best. she's not dumb in like a parody of tsundere characters.
But yeah, like,
she's a real person.
But like in the show, like there's moments of like self-sacrifice with herself. Like in second season.
Who are you speaking about at this point?
Senjukahara.
Okay.
Yeah, in the second season, she sacrifices herself for Araragi. So that clearly shows like she's really loyal as like a girlfriend and will do whatever she can to protect someone.
Yeah, I guess she's just a boring character. Like, and then like the problem I have with her is not second. Oh gosh, how do I describe it? Monogatari's second season, where she kind of like has like this weird. She goes from Soon to Dere, but like goes so far the other way that she like it's not it's not likable. Like the reason she's cool is like the first half. And then she's like, really, you can't cut out the second half, Timothy. It happens. It's canon.
No, I know it's canon, but like to get like a better appreciation of a character, Bake would be a better show. Even though second season is like the second part of the series, how do I explain it? Forget it. I don't even know how to explain it anymore.
Well, since they're attacking you, why don't you say why you think your waifu is better than theirs?
That makes it harder for me.
I know, but I want to know.
I'm
the judge. I want to know why your waifu is better than theirs.
Do your waifus generate utensils?
Mine literally generates a sword out of her blood.
But not a real utensil. It's her blood. It comes from her. But
that
they're not
seems
like
way more
inanimate
practical.
objects.
What do you mean by utensils?
She can holds like a ton of basically office supplies in her
she's
skirt.
that first episode one where she was.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I remember
her.
that. Okay, I remember that.
You know, like the staple and the
Yeah.
cheek thing. That's her.
Why would I want that?
That's like the only episode he's seen.
That's
so.
useless.
Useless. She's like, oh, I'll use this to defend myself. I'm like, no. What if I have a magnet?
Mine is a,
Like, you're
mine is
loose
a
to a
god
magnet.
killer. I don't need utensils.
But,
It's a god killer.
but you don't get tsundere service.
I don't want tsundere
Tsundere
service.
service.
I don't want her going, ooh, Baka, I hate you, even though she really likes me.
She
And
never
then
actually used baka, did she?
No, what
Yeah,
was her,
she's never
what was
used
her
Baka.
tsundere thing? What was her tsundere phrase?
She just insult you.
No, but
So it was a-
she,
it was a
no,
harder
she never
core
uses his
Baka?
first name. That's why.
Was that the insult?
She doesn't
Not
use
using
his
first
She
name?
doesn't use his first name.
Well, that's not really.
But she doesn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's like her
No,
being
well-
like it's basically like her way of like distancing herself. Like this, no, like this is partially comedic, partially like on like characterization. She distances herself from him by saying Araragi-kun as opposed to Koyomi-kun. And then eventually in the second season, she started saying Koyomi, like Koyo-kun or whatever she says, like her dumb nickname for him. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah.
Koyo-kun or something.
Yeah, but like apart from that, like she just straight up insults. Really.
Yeah, she just berates everybody. Everybody.
She berates people.
And most of the time, Araragi deserves it though.
Yeah.
Like very,
But
he's
yeah, that's
kind
like
of an
kind
idiot.
of her way of separating herself from other tsunderes because she doesn't use baka all the time.
She never uses baka.
Yeah.
That's like the one thing she doesn't do.
Okay, she's tsundere without the Baka. She has better choice.
She's
Yeah.
she's more creative.
Yeah,
I'll give her that.
more creative with her tsundere-ness.
That's fair. It goes up a little bit.
Yeah, there's like the meter. The meter goes up to here. It's like
She's on the sidewalk now, so
she's on the sidewalk. She's not she's coming out of the driveway.
What separates your character from other moe characters?
Oh gosh, you're just going right at it. Okay, the reason like she's actually better than a lot of other moe characters. A lot of other moe characters just trip over themselves and stuff, but she actually takes action for like as opposed to being pushed into action or being told to do something by another character. She takes it on herself to do things. So like for
for the
instance,
most part, yes, that is true.
especially in the second half of the series, she
Oh yeah, she really steps up.
yeah, she chooses like everyone else tells her to not do something, and she's like doing this like, to be like the better person. She like goes off and like tries to fight the beyond the boundary. That's such a dumb name for a villain, but it's like this like a nameless entity that like is like this like pretty much unwinnable fight. She basically goes to sacrifice herself too, but she does it in a smarter way, in that she knows it will solve things if she does it. Yeah. She is her own motivation. She doesn't need other people to tell her to go trip somewhere.
I guess
She trips
I'll
on
accept
trips
your
of her own
argument.
volition.
I suppose I'll accept that.
And she had a bucket on her head.
And she has a bucket on her head, and then like at one point she gets trapped under like a big steel closet, and she goes with her knife, with her blood sword, because that's cool.
Gahara wears a fake mustache with the glasses and the big nose.
She does.
She's a funny character sometimes.
Sometimes.
A lot of times.
Slowly getting up there. You're almost out of the negatives.
What about you? What separates you?
What is even mine? What does mine even
your character
classify as?
archetype is lewd girl.
What separates your
That's
lewd
basically-
girl from other
Lewd
lewd
girl.
girls apart from the wings?
No, it's not just the wings.
Lewd busty girl. Sorry.
Mine is intelligent, for starters.
When is that ever actually proven?
What do you mean?
I mean, she reads books a lot, but she never proves that she's.
She never
actually
does anything
super smart.
intelligent. She lost.
Except for, like,
she
during the
lost in
game.
the. She lost to what's it, the blank? What are their actual Shiro and Sora? Loses to
Right.
Shiro and Sora.
She wants her own geniuses.
Yeah,
Shut-
they're
yeah, but she's a
geniuses.
genius. That is her one claim to fame. She's like,
That's not her
I,
one claim
I
to
live in a
fame.
library and I'm a genius.
No, that's not
Then,
her
then
one
that
claim to
basically
fame.
answers the question you asked him.
What?
You asked about.
No,
like,
but see, that's what she says. It is never like proven within the series that she ever does something exceptionally intelligent to like win over people, except be like, she shows a thirst
Well, wasn't
for
it
knowledge.
hinted that she was probably one of the closer races to beat the wild animals in their game?
Well, yeah, because she was like built to do it, but she doesn't. She fails like on every occasion to like.
Failed because she has no knowledge of a video game, which no one in that race does because it actually doesn't exist, which they got from who knows where, because we don't have a second season.
Ooh.
Forgot where they got games in the first place.
Yeah, this isn't very fair. It's like, I can't wait for it.
They better have a second
They
season.
better. Okay.
There's so many
Side-
unanswered questions.
Side note: no game, no life. Needs a second season. Get on it.
Yeah, please. I'm waiting.
Get on it, Japanese people who are
I still
definitely not listening to
Still
this.
have questions. Please, Japanese
This
fan.
gets all the way to.
Okay, it makes it all the way there.
Please, fan,
want
contact the
it.
Japanese.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, she is actually intelligent. While you can't, it hasn't been proven.
What about
yet.
like she sounds like to me whenever I think of her, Jabril, I think of that one girl from DxD, the Queen,
who?
the sadist Queen.
Oh,
I think of her.
I like Sadist Queen.
Yeah, but she's a character.
Who is Sadist Queen?
She's smart too, and she's like good at combat, and she's got big boobs, and they're the same character except one has wings.
The dark-haired girl with
Purple hair girl, right?
what?
She has like purple hair, doesn't she?
I'm
Or
not
is it
gonna
just
know
her? Oh no,
this.
it's like black. Anyways,
yeah,
whatever.
She has the dark hair.
I'm not gonna know this.
Whatever. She's lewd, and she's. I'm just saying, there's like that archetype.
though?
She's pretty. Yeah, she is.
If it's DxD,
She's
I'm
a
gonna
sadist.
go on
Like,
a
that's
random.
like what she's into.
Gonna make a random guess and say she is if it's
She's
from
super
DxD.
lewd.
She does that finger scene also.
She's exceptionally lewd, even within that series. Anyways, continue. Okay, so
Off topic.
what else do you want to ask us? Do you have any questions for us? How are you gonna? What would you like to say, Dominique?
And while she is lewd, and like most lewd people seem to only be lewd for like sexual things, but not only is she lewd, she keeps it 100% honest for everything else. Like she's not pretending to be something that she's not. She like her distaste for other races is just obvious from the start.
She's literally
she's
she's
just
actually
racist.
racist.
They're all racist. Though.
They're, every race in that series
every
is
race
racist
in
to
that
every
series
other
is
race.
racist
To be
every
fair,
other race.
they all
So
hate
that's
each
not
other.
fair.
But she's kind of exceptionally racist.
But she's like,
She's actually pretty proud of it too.
it's not that she's just racist. It's that she's racist and she actually does something about it.
Wow.
Because the only thing I can refer to is that when she meets the elfin lady for the first time, and you can't figure out why she hates her so much, and then you find out that like they put up a blockade to prevent them from being spotted, and she got hit and knocked into like their elven world, and so she took out her frustrations by basically destroying the entire elven race
I hate it when that happens.
in that area.
Yep.
But she did apologize and lick the girl's boot, so she is humble. learning.
She groveled on her.
She used to say that all humans were blah 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 or whatever, but after meeting Sora and Shiro, she's starting to change her mind.
Wow, it only took 2 super geniuses.
It took 2 super. Well, come on. Who else did she have to compete with? No, she figured out what the king was learning too, so I'm pretty sure she has some respect for him.
Oh yeah.
The daughter, not at all, because she's just
What's her name again?
who
She's
cares?
an idiot.
Thank you. Like
Don't be a
if that's-
Steph. Don't be a Steph.
that's what it is. Yep,
Steph.
her name is Steph.
Yeah, I always remember this because
That's the insult now.
Don't be a Steph.
For some reason, I thought Kushieta because they look similar.
Okay, well, was that all you, pretty good?
Trying to figure out what else do I need to say.
I think your character is just.
I know, but she's not.
I don't, the problem is I really
she
like
doesn't
that.
have glasses.
Problem is I really like the art for that series. So like I like how she
I
looks.
feel like she was a little overdesigned.
I feel like Itagi's dumb design. She's over designed. She keeps fucking school supplies in her skirt.
That's not a design thing though, in terms of like how she looks.
It would say it on the design. Oh my gosh, we could get into this. Like inside baseball of how anime is made. Like that would be on the design doc. Like,
So what else? I feel like the real company here is, do you want very passive, shy, kind of have to egg her on in the beginning until she grows
Maybe
into her
louder.
own Mirai? Or do you want someone who will tell you what they want from the get-go?
oh, this is
Another thing. Even though she's lewd, she's very picky. Like, she's not just giving it up to everyone. You have to, like, actually work for it.
strong independent woman.
She is. She lives by herself
Strong,
in
independent
a
woman.
library. And she's defended that title from an entire race for years. For years.
Like I like how you're comparing. Yeah, but
And then she can just go back to her little kingdom whenever she feels like it and just, like,
yeah,
make
but like
demands.
think about this way
she's
with
top
with
dog.
Jabril, if you're like with like dating her, think about like the emotional baggage she's carrying with her, like because she's been around for like thousands of years, right? So like think about like what kind of you have to deal with that constantly. Like, she's going to tell you about her problems, and you're going to be like, I wasn't alive then, and neither were my great-grandparents, so I have no idea what to tell you.
They make for good stories, so
Yeah, but
that's
like,
that.
how do you relate to someone who's been around for thousands of years?
How do
Like,
you relate to someone who killed their best friend?
how do you relate? Oh. But how do you, she didn't do it on purpose, to be fair. That was a complete and utter accident.
Oh, it still happened.
Yeah, but no, we can get through this with
How do you
lots and
relate
lots
to
of therapy.
how do you relate to
therapy
someone-
sessions.
I feel like this is kind of like a tough debate because like we have like 3 different character arcs.
Yeah, but yours is wrong.
But yours is just not. Yours is not in the running, Timothy.
If we were just like debating like over like three characters of the same archetype, it would be like more of like a better argument.
If we were doing 3 characters of the same
archetype,
archetype,
we're deciding whether we like Tsundere, Moe, or Lude. Really.
well, in that case, if we were going to choose a tsundere, I would have gone with 18, which I think is significantly
but
better.
you see, here's the thing.
Yeah, if I were to go
I
with
was never
Tsundere,
a
I'd
big
go with
Dragon Ball
Asuka.
Z fan, so I can't do 18 because I don't really know the character.
No, you would go to Titagi. You'd go 18, and then I'd go Asuka.
Oh, okay.
Even though I don't like Asuka. Fuck Asuka.
Who is Asuka?
Even Gillian.
No,
Ray's
whatever.
better, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, forget her.
Yeah, Ray's better.
Now, what about, I heard about, their personalities and stuff like that. What about, like, physical-wise, like their
Oh.
bodies
Oh, boy.
and all that? I want to hear that from each,
I told you mine a little bit already.
Can you
but I want to hear, like, what you like most about their
pull out
body.
your phone and just
I
start-
left my phone over.
Do you have your phone? Just grab
do.
your phone over.
Hold on. I do. Wait.
Well, you have to pull up pictures.
I know.
Okay.
I think
Anyways,
depending on
so what would you,
kind of
you start with
connection
your
I have in
character.
here, I
Why
should be able
is
to
your
do that.
character the
Alright,
most
spell yours
attractive
again?
physically?
What?
Spell yours again?
That's
you
the
do
whole,
that.
that's the whole joke of it. It's hard to spell.
I want to hear why you're so
So-
attracted.
So she's slender, purple hair, and she doesn't stick to a single hairstyle. She changes her hairstyle sometimes. Like sometimes she'll have a ponytail. Later on in the series, she cuts it short and she keeps it short. So she has a variety.
you wanna
I also
choose
like
the picture?
ponytails. I like the ponytail version of her.
Yeah, we'll put up a couple images so everyone
yeah.
can see like each character.
Yeah, but she does look good with short hair. I think she looks good with short
Now,
hair.
what about her body?
That's
Like,
hers. There you go.
There you go.
okay, I want him to describe it to me.
Yeah, you can keep going.
Why,
while
why
he
is she
scrolls.
attractive?
She's slender. She doesn't have the biggest package.
She's like a B cup.
Yeah, she's like a B cup.
Like if we're really gonna, we're going into this.
Yeah.
Wait,
Talk
can't
about
you look up all these specifications? Like, I know there's some.
Oh, no, yeah. No,
Well,
totally.
yeah.
Like, I know they're up there somewhere.
They're up
people,
there.
people for some reason actually do this, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
And it's
I actually don't
Horrible.
get that. That's like the only thing I
don't get
Like, why?
She has a good sense of style. You see her in a lot of different outfits.
Just style.
Yeah.
I
I like
yours
some,
because I don't really know what she looks like.
yeah. I like some of the outfits that she wears. So yeah. She has more variety because she's not always wearing the same outfit or not always keeping her hair in the same style, stuff like that.
Is that like the only thing you find attractive about her, or why you feel, like I want to get that? You want
We're really getting in there.
I am. Like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about her butt, her ass. I mean, that's both the same thing, but I meant her boobs. Yeah, butt and ass is 2 different things.
2 different things. Totally different units of measurement. I think like basically, she's not this. She's not a board,
Yeah.
but
She's got
she knows what she looks. She knows how good she looks.
Yeah.
That's what I like. That's like the one thing I really like about her. She knows how good she looks.
yeah. Yeah, like she has a good figure. She's not like super big in any area. Like she's fairly balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that one gif where she's like, to her ass.
Oh, head tilts.
Yeah.
All right, so whose turn is it? Joe's your turn. There we go. All right. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because you kind of know how Gabriel looks. 'cause you-
Obviously.
yeah. Well, he's got a post.
Oh.
Yeah, the wall scroll. So basically, Mirai is like a really slender, adorable little like girl who wears like just like a regular school outfit and like a cardigan. She like wears other outfits like the idol outfit and like a couple others, but she's usually in that outfit because they're usually at school. Then she's got like leggings that she always wears, and her main features are like she's like a really flat chest, and then like a little bit of a butt because she
I thought she just stood funny. for some reason, for animation reasons,
No,
to
she's
just make her
sick.
stand
No,
like
she's
that.
a little bit, but-
She does like a little thing where she points her toes inwards.
Yeah. So like she does like that. and
Yeah,
that,
that
like,
thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just
sort of
the
like
moe stance.
Yeah. So like,
was
I
that a
like
thing?
that. There's like a standard moe.
Yeah,
stance
yeah,
where
no,
their
like
feet-
every
their feet
moe
point
character
in.
you see, like you
Their
always
feet
see.
do point
yeah.
in, which like brings up the yeah, that's what they're supposed to do. But then like, so she's like really poofy, like pinkish, blondish hair. It's like kind of, it's like I always thought of it as like the anime version of Strawberry Blonde. That's how I think of it, because it's like pinkish,
It is a
but like
little pinkish.
blondish. Like it depends. I've actually seen like lots of fan art where it, like
Kind of orangish.
yeah. Oh, that's the thing. It's like really hard to describe the color. It's like very.
like a
it's like
peach.
pastel. Yeah, it's like peach.
That's a good one.
It's peach. And then she has like these really big red glasses. And this, I always think it's funny because in anime, usually when they do glasses, they just do the bottom bit
Yeah.
because they have the eyes. But hers, they just do the glasses like gigantic
The
because they know.
whole
Like,
deal.
And sometimes you just see the eyes straight through the glasses. It's,
Yeah.
It's kind of weird sometimes animation-wise.
yeah, it's
Kind
just
of like the hair covering the eyes, but you still see the eyes.
yeah. Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the whole point. Is like the eyes are supposed to accentuate.
Yeah.
The glasses are accentuate.
So what you're
the
telling
eyes.
me is you would tap it.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 16.
She'll grow up. She'll probably.
12 is 21 backwards. Who
She'll-
cares?
But then you're gonna get that girl from Shimoseka.
Who?
The older, bustier Mirai.
No, she'll stay that way. She'll stay that way. She's 16 and she still looks like that. She's staying that way. She knows it too. That's like in the series at one point. They're like leaving. Oh, it's really funny. This is after that scene where like they get covered in like goo and stuff, and they smell really bad afterwards. Like that's what that does. And they're like walking home, all defeated and stuff, and they like changed outfits, but she still stinks. And Akihito wonders why. So he's like, "Why do you still smell bad?" And she's like, "I didn't change my underwear." And she's like, "I need support." And then he just looks at her boobs, and there's just nothing there. And she just runs off into the corner, like, why do they always talk about, why do they have to be A, B, C, D? That makes everyone feel really bad when they don't have anything there. It's like, she's just like doing this thing in the corner.
The standard making a circle in the corner
Yeah,
thing.
why do they always do that?
And then you have like the lines going down.
Yeah,
and
the
it's,
line, like
dark.
the sadness lines, yeah. Yeah, because she's awesome, and she's adorable.
Anything else?
She's a ball cute. What do you want? Like, that's a boner in your heart. Moe. That's what it is. It's literally burning.
Fair enough.
But that's just in your heart. What about a real boner? Can you get a real boner for her?
Yeah, it's like 2 years from now. It's fine. It's legal. It's fine.
All right. So Dominique,
Wait, how old is she?
I believe she's 16.
she looks
And
like
yours?
17 or 18.
17 or 18.
I believe 17
Yeah.
at the beginning of Bake.
Yeah. And then
So much older,
yeah.
obviously.
And then like
Ancient.
10,050?
10,000.
Yeah.
Mine's
Ancient,
like an
old
infinity
hag.
symbol.
Yeah.
Old hag
Okay.
age.
Second season.
Okay, I can
Infinity
accept that.
symbol.
Just forget that there's an age.
Yeah. When you get to second season, she's like she's at the age where she's about to graduate.
Yeah, they basically, like, the end of second season is like all of them graduate.
Yeah, all I seen was the
Except for
first
Kamado.
season.
Except for Kamado. She doesn't graduate because she's younger than them.
That's another point. She's pretty much already at legal age.
That's such a dumb point. 'Cause that's
Like,
just
yeah,
waiting.
but like, who
That's just
cares? All right.
So you
That's
can,
just wait.
your
That's a
turn.
time game right there.
so you can start with that top right picture and just see the curiosity in her face and just look like what is she thinking about right now?
Oh my goodness.
What
This is
exactly
such
is
a
she
dumb
curious
way.
about? She's interested in a lot.
I think,
It's a rambly episode.
yeah, I think we're probably gonna take a little break, give Julian some time to. Oh no, do you have stuff?
We already gave
No,
it-
I
we
think
already
you're
got a
his side.
break.
Yeah. I still have to explain my Nemo.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
after he explains, then we'll take the break and I'll finally decide.
We have to
Yeah,
do closing
'cause he's gotta
statements.
take a little bit of time. Okay.
We still have to do closing
Would
statements.
you like to give your
after.
closing statement?
Am I gonna start with mine?
But he hasn't done his character person thingy.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah. I mean, she's. Yeah.
I picked the wrong girl. I must be crazy.
Yeah.
I love that face. That's such a dumb face.
You know what? I
You need to.
I
You
need
need
you
to put that face.
That's
this face
cute.
up.
Can you put that one into the
Put
podcast?
this face up.
like,
What's
section?
cute?
Yeah.
I want you to put this face up when I make my closing statement
Just the video.
because
Okay.
it fits.
All right.
Yep.
It
That's all I
fits my
asked.
closing
That's all I asked
statement.
editing wise. Because that is a funny face.
But yeah, she's very skinny, very slender.
I always thought it'd be unrealistic to see her cosplay. That's the problem.
I saw it at
that's
Anime
actually
Expo
what
and it turned out really well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I need to look them up because I haven't seen. I haven't looked for her.
I
Like
just saw
Itagi's
the
pretty
one.
easy. Skinny tall bitch.
Skinny tall bitch.
All right.
So she is. Mirai's easy
gonna
because
go
she's
through
a
the
skinny
corner
short
thing.
girl. That's all you need. And then hers is like I'm okay with like unrealistic proportions on women. like an anime. It's just a cartoon. It's fine. I think she's a little harder to do.
She's just really slender.
She's
so,
just
like,
really slender, but then is busty.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
Don't see a lot of
It
slender,
doesn't
busty
happen very
people.
often.
You don't see it very
It's genetically difficult to create that.
often. Yeah. It's an anomaly, but that's
It's
why
a cartoon character.
She's otherworldly, so
Well, there's-
maybe that's just normal.
There's what's her name? What's that anime working? The short little girl. You know what I'm talking about?
Are we talking about part-time?
seen
Are we
that
talking about Devil's part-time?
No. It's called.
That's what I was
it's called
thinking.
Working. Have you seen it? No one's seen Working? That's
Well,
a
I
good
guess
My
I've
show.
heard of
brother has.
Guess we're gonna watch Working.
Yeah, I
now,
guess
'cause
so.
none
It's
of
a
us
good
have heard
show.
of it.
It's a good show. It's
That's
really
what
funny.
we'll do before. That's what
It's
we'll
about this guy working like part time at it's basically like a Denny's.
Oh.
And like there's this little girl. She's like this small.
Devil's a part-timer. It's the same thing. He works at McDonald's. He's got the little short girl. She's got giant. It's the same thing.
No, yeah. She's short and has giant titties. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same character.
I've never heard of either one of these shows.
You've never heard of Devil's part-timer?
No.
Wow, you'd actually like that one.
That was a good show.
We'll get you on this. Okay.
show.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get him on that.
Bookmark that.
Come back next week to hear Dominique's opinion on Devil's part-timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an opinion by then. But yeah, besides the God, what is it?
Her tits.
No, it's just like the proportion's not common, the uncommon proportion. But like
There's nothing wrong
just-
with it.
Does it
No,
look
this was a
unrealistic,
fiction-
or is it like you can see like that? Like
you've seen it before, but not often.
It's like she looks like a model. She looks like a model.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
okay.
A little unrealistic for a model too.
Yeah, I mean, like not many models can't grow
Not many
wings,
models
and
look
they
like
don't they don't they don't read.
They don't.
It's very unrealistic.
Creating a lot of expectations here.
But what is it? She dresses. What does she dress like? She dresses.
She dresses like I always thought of her as like kind of like heaven. Like she looks like an angel. So she dresses like she wears a lot
She
of white.
looks like a hippie angel because
Yeah.
nothing seems to match.
Yeah.
She has a lot of mixed match stuff,
She's goofy.
but it
Like
works.
Hippie angel.
I know how to
hipster
describe her.
angel.
She dresses like the kind of person who has not had any visitors in a very long time.
And that's exactly what she is.
That's exactly someone who has not seen anyone for too long.
Someone who doesn't.
Dresses the
Someone
they
who
dress.
does not have to like.
Entertain guests.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, okay.
She doesn't.
There it is.
I have very low expectations for how she dresses.
That's perfect. There it is. There it is.
Dresses are like for someone who does not entertain often.
So Timothy, I think you're the one who needs it most. So let's get that good old closing statement to try and convince Julian. to
Unbiased Julian.
He's actually pretty unbiased because he only knows one seed from mine.
really
and
good.
Just doesn't really care for the music.
So, not much to say. She's a purple-haired tsundere with clothing variety. What?
Already said that.
I mean, like
Nail it, Demet.
office supplies. That's all.
Office supplies.
That's it.
all.
Nothing more.
That's all.
Oh really?
No, we're just.
Flip.
Is that Demethy's argument?
Yeah.
God, I gotta say it.
This is your closing argument. It's one sentence. Just describe her in one sentence. That's actually probably the best way to do it. Just describe her in one sentence.
She's hungry for knowledge, and she's hungry for cock.
You got us. As good.
That's her.
But not everyone's. Not everyone's cock.
No,
But not everyone's.
no. You probably shouldn't have pushed him so hard to say that. Probably brought her up like way high
But
on
when she-
Julian's
I'm
scale.
totally fine with it. It's worth it to get that
But
recorded.
when she's hungry, you get that picture that you saw that Timothy's gonna post. Timothy's gonna
That's
put
the.
up
I'm gonna
that's
post all the ugliest pictures of your wife.
Oh no.
Oh no! It won't help.
boy.
It won't help.
there. Poor me. Whatever am I gonna do with her bad pictures? She already doesn't match clothes.
Mirai Kuriyama.
Fuyukai desu.
Fuyukai desu, yes. How unpleasant. Is a selfless, bespectacled beauty that will never be matched and refuses to give up. So I think she's the best waifu ever. And I know she's the best waifu ever.
How tall is she?
I believe she's like
4 feet.
Oh,
She's
that's
like-
another thing.
Ooh, yeah. She's super tall. Yours is like
Average.
yours is like 5'8" or 9.
Yeah, she's about my height.
5'8" or 9. 6 feet?
Is she that tall?
She is not 6 feet.
Oh no, she's not. She's
not
like
like
no,
6
she's like
feet.
5. She's like 5'9".
I
Oh yeah,
thought
because
she
Sora's
was-
like 6 foot.
I always assumed she was like, if not Timothy's, maybe my height.
Okay, this seems
Like between, like either my height or Timothy's height.
okay. Mirai is like
Mirai's probably 5'4".
5'4",
5'3".
5'4", 5'3". Fun sized, some would say.
Fun size.
Fun size. Carry around with you. Yeah.
You could just pick her up and carry her around places.
Yeah, they do that
no, they do that
repeatedly
all the
throughout the
time.
series.
Not like this. Just like
They do that repeatedly throughout the series. Like throw.
Get on, we're going.
Yep, that happens a lot. All right, so we'll take a very short break. Julian will come back and give us his final verdict on who the best waifu of this waifu war is. I think it's about time for the final verdict, everyone.
oh, my microphone popped off.
I think it's not time for the final verdict, everyone.
Nope.
Not at all.
Not yet.
Tell me how the whistle goes. Timothy. Yeah. Total in the morning.
Oh yeah.
The
Total in the morning.
The whistles go. Woo! You want that? Woo! It's that woo woo.
I think it's about time to give out the verdict. So, Julian, what do you think?
I made a long. I mean,
Need a little drum roll or anything?
a drum roll. Oh man. It is. Mirai.
Yeah.
Best girl.
Wins.
Sorry guys.
Yeah. Why did you decide her?
I did chose her because
Shows her.
I
I did chose her.
I did chose her. No, I picked her because I felt like, you know, in like a waifu relationship, you know, because I get really into it. I felt like she.
That's why he's the judge.
No, I know, but I felt like she could connect more with the person than, you know, out of YouTube. Well, one, because she lived for so long too. And like he said before, like she might have some baggage too, and also she kind of like is pretty racist, and she's killed a bunch of people.
Racist, murderous,
Gotta look
angel
past
girl.
that, man.
But I mean, but like,
Second chances.
because they're both great like candidates for it too, though. So it's good they came up. No, they were really close. 'Cause I had a hard time thinking because they were all, to me, they were all like aligned. I had and I just chose personally what I thought as a waifu would be better suited for, you know,
Actual waifu.
actual waifu material. So I felt like Mirai was the choice because of her. I mean, 2 for 2 today.
Next time I work on 18, it might not be that easy.
Oh, Android 18. I don't know if I can
Might
win
not be
that.
that easy.
But yeah, so I choose her. I think she was the best waifu material out of
Good
all the
pick.
three.
It's a good pick.
Awesome.
But if you guys want to feel better, Timothy was last.
I know.
I'm sorry, Timothy.
It wasn't.
I'm sorry.
Why was mine last?
Why was his last?
There was no shock to that.
But mine was like a more relatable character than his.
Was it?
Like it
Staples in
was,
the
but the
body?
thing
Isn't she a
is,
vampire?
No,
No.
No.
she's just a normal girl.
No.
What was the vampire thing?
Vampire was
That's
the
not
main
what I mean.
character.
That's not what I mean.
Oh, okay.
well, she had something, right? Like a crab.
She had a crab.
thing.
She was
She-
possessed by a
but she
crab
was healed.
spirit
Oh.
Yeah, I remember
that
that.
made her weightless.
Yeah.
Or near weightless. She was
Yeah,
like
she was
12,
okay, I remember
12
that.
kilograms or something. Like really like.
But
I don't know,
At
I
this point in
felt-
time, she's just a normal girl.
I don't know, because the video you saw also put, like, if you didn't show me that video, if it was a different video, I might have liked her more. But as
You're
a,
wrong with
as a
I should have
unbiased,
picked that opening.
yeah, as an unbiased judge, I chose that was probably like the worst video to show. But I, you know, thought like I didn't watch the show at all, and I just saw that video, and just my opinion from that video, I didn't like her, so that's why she was last.
Nobody likes her. With
And-
that video. With that video?
What about based off of
Not with that video.
I've seen-
knowledge you
I've seen
already
the show.
had of hers?
They already have. Honestly, I don't like her that much, in my opinion. But also, I don't like her that much either.
Oh.
Honestly, out of my opinion, I like
Yeah.
his girl. I like her. But
Okay.
out of just trying to be unbiased and listen to all your guys' opinion and talk about each of your characters or waifus, you know?
Realistically speaking.
Yeah, realistically speaking, I chose Joe's.
I can accept that.
Yay. That
accept
was well debated though.
I'll show you
I
the
was-
video I should have showed you before.
To be fair, okay, the way that I would have beat me, we'll talk about this afterwards. But I have a way like that too.
I don't
that
really,
gets me
but
destroyed.
honestly, I don't want to beat Nita.
I know, because she's adorable. Like, why would you ever want to beat her in anything?
Like,
She's already beaten herself up enough. She
yeah,
trips
it's hard
constantly.
to beat someone you like. Okay. can't beat her.
Anyways.
I'll beat her out of frustration for what you
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to this extended episode of the Next Gen Nation podcast. If you want to see more of our stuff, you can go to our website at www.next-gennation.com or like our Facebook at Next Gen Nation Group, or check us out on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
I'm going to go
See
cry
ya.
in a corner.
You better.
Peace.
Me ride for life!